is Jones C. Edwards Stadium in Huntington, West Virginia. Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers and the Marshall Thundering Herd. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Chanticleers head coach pregame. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. So Coastal Carolina's offense who will have the football first. And here comes the sophomore running back. A 150-yard, 3-touchdown day while leading his team to victory in their last game. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll leave it with the lone back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy.
Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there and pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise. The defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for running room. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Out wide left, it's Payne. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's
looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over, and they'll go to work from here. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking for the edge. Turns upfield. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Hits the accelerator to the right. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Marshall.
Number 1
job of the defense. Affect the quarterback. Get to him. Make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his second fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, and David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Swings it out to the flat. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Chanticleers want to crank the tempo.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all three phases.
And the Chanticleers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Gets the back moving. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. The give on fourth down. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
All right, guys, let's chat for a minute about Marshall. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. Three-star offensive lineman, gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a three-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. And now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
On target. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Touchdown, Herd! And they take it in for 6 more points. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but...
Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man. Hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? A great job by the defense, continue to chase that QB.
They'll run it. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Give to the running back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? This is a designed run. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
Doing it himself again. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. We've reached the break, and Marshall is on top. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. And they'll try to break the seal on the 2nd quarter by putting 3 on the board. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's see what he can do with the return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The shot to clear is now ready to go on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Oh, pressure's coming. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the play. Jackson will throw. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Quick give. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Left side is Culliver. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. So the Coastal Carolina takes over, and they'll go to work from here. Handoff to the single running back. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
On the option. Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. There he goes. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a...
He's loose on the right. Inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Great job by the back on the option.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off-play action. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Going to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the 1st down. They'll go to the counter, and he's brought down after a short gain. The Chanticleers come to the line in the hurry-up. Keeps it himself. Keeps it on the option. Got an alley. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Jackson gonna throw it. Turns it upfield. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Snapped on 4th down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the 1st half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Red Evan on the RPO. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Taking a shot. Touchdown, Marshall! He got it right inside the pylon. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Jackson will throw. This time it's complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And the Chanticleers want to pick up the tempo. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Great place to start for this offense. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Payne. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Quarterback on the keeper. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurd!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Chanticleers now ready to go on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Jackson gonna throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead.
Touchdown, Thundering Herd! Rolled his way into the end zone.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over, and they'll go to work from here. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row.
It's a seam wide open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a crease. Turning it on. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal.
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. It gives them confidence heading into halftime. But remember, they're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 17, the Ole Miss Rebels.
It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Wide receiver going in motion. Fights off a defender. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Caught its pain. Touchdown, Marshall! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, on the sideline for the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Working the ground game. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Let's get set for second down. Jackson will throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll try to do it himself. On the move at the 30. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. The shot that clears with the 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Wants to go up top on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big time.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on fourth. Throws to the wideout. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Sees a crease. He's past the sticks. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, in the running game getting the job done. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out wide right, it's Washington. Snags it, and he's open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Trying to establish the run. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the shot to clear is headed quickly to the line. Might as well run him again.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. The shot that clears, trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Edwards. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Pulls it on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He pulled it and kept it on the option, but he couldn't keep it away from the defense.
I think the QB made the right decision not to pitch it. He needs to do a better job with ball security. The defense, they were able to get and swarm to him quickly and dislodge the football from his body.
Play action on first down. Out wide left, it's Norton. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Boston. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. They'll try to get it through the air. Look out! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. 2nd and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. You guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the 1st down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. They're all over him. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Herd! And they turn it in.
This defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that.
Number 96, set to kick it away.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. And the Chanticleers want to move quickly.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Trying to get the corner. He'll do it himself. Now the toss. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking for the edge. There's a crease. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the option. Pulls it again on the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, shot to clear. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? And he added the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
Back to pass, it's Turner. Between the hashes, it's Hamilton. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They go to the counter. Breaks the tackle. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards. Stopped at the 23. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Gets rid of it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Looking for blockers. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Chanticleers now ready to go on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
He's got enough. At the 45 on his way. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like, it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like, you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
From the gun on third down, Lopez just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Driven back.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll ride him again. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over, and they'll go to work from here. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Throwing, Lopez. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Lopez to throw for it on fourth. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances, and they've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays, just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that fourth down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose.